Many years ago, there was a dinosaur land, and there were many people who lived there. They were called Lego people. But there was something that happened where they were always fighting. They were always angry with each other. They built bows and arrows, and they had swords and horses, and all kinds of weapons that they would always hurt each other with. And it was not a very nice place to live.
And then all the bad guys ran away in peace because of the ring.
And then they all ran away in peace because of the ring. And this is the story of how that happened. But then, there was a man, a pastor, from a land called Bible Land. It was about 500 miles to the east of Dino Land. He left his land trying to be a missionary. His people told him that Dino Land was very dangerous, but he had to share the news that fighting was wrong, and that Jesus loved them and died for them. So he set out on his journey to find Dino Land and save them from their fighting and their wicked ways. So here is how he set out on his journey. So the pastor man got to Dino Land, and when he did, he found two dinosaurs. One with a long neck and a long tail, which he named Fido, and one with a spiky back and a spiky tail that he named Spiky. In Dino Land, dinosaurs could talk, and he began to explain why he had come to Dino Land. And the dinosaurs liked his idea, and they accepted Christ as well. And they said that they wanted to help him stop all the fighting in Dino Land, because many of their friends had gotten hurt as well from all the fighting and the war that had happened in Dino Land. So, with his new friends, they came up with a plan. They would convince all the people in Dino Land to lay down their weapons, and these strong, big dinosaurs would crush the weapons, never to be used again, and they would make sure nobody made any new ones. And so, they set out on their plan to see how it would work out. Okay, so the pastor man ran into the middle of one of their wars, right when they were about to start hurting each other. And what did he say? Lay down all your weapons in the middle of that green field right there. And so they did. But they didn't at first. They put up a bit of a fuss, and they said, why should we do that? We fight because we want to own certain parts of Dino Land, and we want to be in control, but other people want it too. So we are always fighting. How will we ever know whose land is whose? And Pastor Man said, you can come up with ways without fighting. We will figure that out, but first we must get rid of our weapons. So they agreed finally, and they threw them down. But they also, it helped having the dinosaurs. They said, we are with Pastor Man.
And they didn't know, and no one saw him. He was about to shoot one of the good guys.
But there was one guy who held onto his bow and arrow. Nobody saw him. He was behind everybody. How did they stop him? This Fido saw him. He ran over and hit his head on the bow and arrow, and the bow and arrow flew out of the guy's hand. And the guy flew in the air as well. And his bow and arrow flew right into the pile with all the other weapons with his hand attached to it. Fido didn't know his own strength, and the hand came off with the bow and arrow. But it's okay, because there was a doctor, and the doctor put the hand back on the guy. There goes the last weapon that they had. So Fido, you are the one with the strong feet, and they're flat, and metal doesn't hurt them. You are the one that will go over and stomp the weapons. Yes, I will. There they are. Make sure you crush them really well. Are they crushed? Yes, they're all crushed. Oh, there's a helmet.
No, these didn't get crushed. And then they hopped him out, and then he's like, yeah!
Hey! Bring that weapon back!
And they didn't listen.
Spiky was fast. They didn't know. He doesn't look very fast, but he was. And he chased the guy that tried to get away with that weapon. Come back here! And he hit the weapon out of his hand. And his hand didn't come off this time. And as it was flying back, Fido jumped on it and broke the last weapon. And then, wait. So then, the pastor man gathered everyone around, and he explained to them about Jesus Christ, and how long ago he came to die for their sins. And he prayed with them, so they accepted the Lord. And they turned from their evil ways, and they lived as a peaceful, happy land in Dino Land. But what left was there to do after they got saved, and there was no more war?
We will destroy the ring.
There was a ring they needed to destroy.
And then he threw it into the sky.
Okay. What shall we do now that we've destroyed the ring and we've gotten safe and there's no more war?
Party!
What about all these guys?
You don't want the horses yet.
Oh.
I wanted to tell you it was my birthday anyways. Oh, it's my birthday! Wait, hold on. It's my birthday! The fish. It's my birthday! It's my birthday! I'm gonna go to the party!
And it ended. Pastor Man was a successful missionary and he gave the Lord thanks that he was able to help Dino Land. The end. They partied happily and served the Lord happily ever after.
It didn't happen. That's not the end yet. Remember, the pastor dies.
Oh, the pastor's the one that dies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's done the Lord's work now and he can go to heaven, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then one of these guys turned into a pastor.
So explain how he dies.
And then they party, and then he trips, he falls, he
trips and falls.
He trips and he gets sick from a disease, and then he trips and falls, cracks his head open, has to go to the hospital. They took him on the bed, and they took off his Bible pack. And then he's like, she might have to take my place. And then his head came off, and so now they had extra clothes. They did.
And then the end.
Wait, no. And then his head came off, then they had extra clothes. Extra pair of clothes. He went to the hospital. They took off his head. He had extra clothes. One of them turned into a missionary, which was this one. He turned into a missionary. And then and he wanted to become one, and he traveled many places and told people about Jesus. The end. And then they went to bed, and then the end.
The end.
And he laid down and sang a lullaby, and then the end. It was very nice.
We hope you enjoyed our movie.
So we enjoyed our movie. It was made by me and Daniel.
And we hope you learned a good lesson. What's that lesson?
To not fight.
Fighting's wrong.
The end.